Hello, we're sisters like Angel.
And Ally, where we highlight individuals making a difference in their community, one day at a time for the world and for the universe.
Well, again, I'm Angel. I'm a registered nurse. I'm an actress, and I'm Ally's sister. And today we have a very, very special guest, and I'll let my sister introduce her.
Okay, and I'm Ally, or also known as AllyCat Castle, and I am a makeup artist for the news media during the day, and I'm also a content creator in YouTube, and my other channel is AllyCat Castle, where I do self-development, makeup, travel, and singing. And also, I'm Angel's older sister by 3 years in real life. We have the same mom, same dad, and I'm the immature one. And of course, our special guest for today, or tonight, is no other than Miss Jeanette Bendijo of At the Intersection. That's your YouTube channel.
Yay!
Hello, Angel.
Hello.
Ally. Thank you so much for having me.
Well,
And
thank
I'm
you
so
much.
I'm so honored to be here.
Wow. I always see you watch our show. I'm so happy to see you here in person also.
I'm glad
Finally,
to be
right?
here.
It's also my first time to meet Tita Jeanette. So I'm so excited, Angel. So let's begin. So let's start, Tita. Tita, let's begin way back home in the Philippines. So where is your hometown? And can you just give us like a little summary about, your hometown, your childhood, and things like that back in the Philippines?
Yeah. So I came from Negros Occidental. Cities in Negros na particularly known to more people are Bacolod, correct? So we're about like 60 minutes from Bacolod. So I came from Cadiz, and then I went to school in Cebu, particularly USC. I took up engineering, and then from there I worked in Cebu and then in Manila, and then we came here to United States. So childhood background is we came from a very it's not poor, but we barely reached the middle class, kumbaga. So nandun yung ano namin. So if just to give you a little bit of background, kung ano yung saan kami nanggaling. We're in the community where we don't have our own flowing water. Pupunta kami dun sa poso, tapos kuha kami ng tubig, tapos in the morning, pupunta kami dun sa balon para maliligo. Di ba? Parang sinaunang panahon.
Yeah,
Pero
like
that's our hometown. And then, makikinood ng TV sa kapitbahay, yung ganon. Tapos, yung mga ganong, tapos makikipag-share ng pagkain sa ibang kapitbahay when we don't have enough. So, yun yung hometown namin. So, basically, all the things that I'm doing right now, I'm very connected to my hometown. So, all the things that I'm doing right now is rooted to that. It's rooted to that childhood that I had. So yun.
So kaya ba nag-engineering? It's para magkaroon ng more infrastructure. Is that why you thought about engineering? Parang my God, parang ang hirap ng engineering just thinking about it.
So my papa is an engineer. Ano siya, mechanical engineer, pero hindi siya parang hindi niya na-realize yung pagka-mechanical engineer niya. So I'm the product of that frustration, kumbaga. So I have to be an engineer so I could fulfill that dream of my dad. Naging engineer siya, pero the practice is hindi siya nakapag-practice na matagal. So yun.
So mechanical engineering ang kinuha niyo rin?
ECE, Electronics and Communications Engineering.
Wow.
So that's what you took when you went to USC, University of San Carlos in Cebu, right?
Yes.
Which is like the best school in Cebu. Di ba ang social ni Tita? She went to the best school in Cebu City, Queen City of the South.
Madami namang magandang school sa Cebu, pero I think our school is good also.
So are you still practicing that degree that you have?
Right now, I'm doing IT project management. So, parang engineering pa rin, pero more on management sa projects. So, yeah.
Okay. So, Tita, what year did you move here to the United States? So, you've told us about, you mentioned your hometown from Negros Occidental, and then thank you for sharing how organic your childhood was. Like, that's so beautiful, and then after that, you went to USC, and then, and when did you come to the States, and who did you come here with?
Yeah, with my family, we moved here 2010. We lived in San Francisco for about 4 years. Tapos, we moved here, I think, 2016. Yeah, it's a different story, but it's another rooted story. So, in San Francisco, I did have a job for 4 years because of my status. So, I was anong tawag doon? Dependent on my family. It's a dependent status, so I cannot do a job. So there's another project there that sprung up in San Francisco while I have free time, again, for my hometown. If I can explain that very briefly, it's the book donation project. So we had like 10,000. I have this dream always, like 10,000 books for the kids and for the schools in my hometown. It's very, parang napakadami. Pero when I research, ang daming free books at ang daming free sources ng books. So I was thinking, maybe I could just drag my suitcase and just go around and pick up books. And then I really did it. So since wala akong trabaho, so I went to the community and asked, hey, I have a lot of books here. I have a lot of sources of books. Who are willing to sponsor for shipping? Ganon. So we were able to achieve the 10,000 books and even more for 3 years. And with the shipping sponsored by the community, started by classmates. And then nag-grow na siya na nag-grow. Ang dami nag-sponsors. Some people are even donating toys and then shoes, gano'n, na free, na ano talaga, yung mga new shoes talaga from my friend in Utah. So, yun, natapos naman yung project 2014. Ngayon, hindi na siya masyadong active because my mom is not doing well with the health. Pero, pag umuwi kami doon, we still gather the kids and play. We have some playtime, like 4 hours. We feed them, and then we give them a little bit of lecture that, hey, we start from here, but you build your... Sabi ko na sa'yo, Ali, you build your dreams from here, and then kahit wala kami doon, we started seeds for the kids. So yun yung mag-i-inspire sa kids when I was thinking, pag ito, mga batang to, naalala nila yung mga ganitong simple things, probably they will also dream. They will also dream, di ba? Sorry.
Wow.
Prepare ako.
Oh, that's so good.
Diba? Well, it only shows how beautiful, I believe, Tita Jeanette's family was since the beginning. I can definitely feel that you had like a very loving family, an amazing like father who raised you well, and you being a good daughter, continued his dreams until you moved here. And then after, and even if you came here, with your beauty, not just on the outside, but also on the inside, you still pursue doing something great for your community, diba? And that's really like very inspiring and very touching. And the tears of joy coming through your eyes right now, I can feel how, content you are as a person, that, that you're doing this, just so that the kids can have the same dreams, just like you once did when you were a child. Oh, diba?
Yeah. Well, family-wise, we're not the best family, but I think we've got good support from our family back home kung anong gusto namin gawin for the community. My mom especially. And even my mama and my dad, they will go to schools and then they will bring the books with them. Kahit medyo hindi sila comfortable because they're not so used to like facing people and giving those books to the schools, but they still do it. We have also our support group there that support the project. So
What made you do this, Tita? Like, like why is books so important to you, and why are you doing this for the children? I know that it's for a good cause, but what really is the root of all this?
Yeah, I think it comes from my frustration of not having so much when I was a kid. So, nung bata kami, wala kaming books talaga. I mean, we don't have, we only have a city library when we were in high school na. Elementary, comics lahat. Kaya siguro magaling ako magsulat sa Tagalog. Kasi comics yung binabasa ko. So, every day yan, comics. Kapag hindi kami naka-afford ng bumili ng comics, pupunta kami doon. Merong store na pwede ka lang mag-rent. Tapos doon, lahat ng tao nagbabasa ng comics. So while I was growing up, when I was
mga
already
Pinoy comics, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Mga Pinoy comics, di ba?
Yung mga happy comics, mga wakasan, mga aliwan, yung mga ganun.
Nakakamiss rin yun, in fairness.
Yes, yun yung source of information namin in my city when I was young. So I was thinking, siguro mas matalino ako pag I have so many books with me. Sana ganon. So I was thinking when I came here to the United States, ang daming free books. A lot of people are just throwing away books. Tapos ang daming sa San Francisco, maraming places na nagbibigay ng books. Like for example, I go to children's book donation. They give us every visit they give us 100 books for free. So I do that every week noon, and then we achieve that. So yun yung source of inspiration there. So I think it's more of a filling my frustration and giving it to the community. Yung
galing, no? I think it's like talking about privilege na ang dami nating privileges living in America na ang daming free stuff, ang daming pwedeng makuha. And you use that privilege para ibalik naman dun sa mga less privileged na nasa Pilipinas, which is in your hometown. I think that's a perfect example of that. Ang galing.
So, coming full circle, di ba? Kasi di ba parang ngayon, parang you were able to fulfill the dreams of the kids there back home. So let's talk about your family naman, Tita. So can you tell us a little bit of your family here?
I am with my daughter only in our home. So it's another story, but I prefer not to expound it. So right now, it's just me and my daughter. And then we're working together. Whatever, anong gusto namin gawin, we help each other. Yun. Parang sidekick ko yun eh. Minsan ako naman yung sidekick niya. So it's like that. And then in all the hiking, in all the cooking, in everything, in all the craziness that I do a lot of fermentation. Sabi ko nga sa friends ko, our house is para siyang laboratory. Ang dami-daming nangyayari. So it's just me and my daughter as a partner. We tolerate each other. I make kombucha. I make soap. I make vinegar. I make wine. I make those kinds, calligraphy arts. So yun yung family namin. So we live a very simple life, but with the privilege of being in America.
Are these fermenting some things that you've just learned here in America, or you actually knew about them already growing up back home?
No, I don't know about them. It's another, kasi when I have problems, nag-iisip ako kung anong natural na solution. So I had this, I just realized that I have a gut leak. Parang upset palagi yung stomach ko. So I went to the doctor and I was given medicine, but I think I don't want to take medicine. So I went on to what's the natural thing that I could do. So, there are fermented foods. So there's kimchi, there's kombucha, there are so many things that are in fermentation. So okay, I'll try making kimchi or kombucha. And I went to a different kind of diet, a simple diet. So then I realized my stomach is not upset anymore. I'm feeling better. So I think it's working. So then, doon nagsimula yung fermentation. Ang dami-dami palang pwedeng i-ferment sa mundo. So I'm still scratching the surface, actually.
I love kimchi. I want to learn. I mean, yung kimchi mo ba, did you start kind of like infusing a little bit of Filipino taste on it? Or yung talagang straight from, nakikita mo from Korean kimchi pa rin?
Korean kimchi pa rin.
Korean kimchi.
Actually, si Tita, there's nothing that she can't do. If you actually watch your YouTube channel, which is called At the Intersection, oh my gosh, whenever I watch it, I'm like, can I just be your neighbor and just so that I can be there all the time?
So, nandiyan rin ba ang cooking at fermenting nasa YouTube channel niyo po?
Yeah, I started.
So, is kimchi there?
Yes.
Okay, I'll add that on the link below and I'll research it and maybe try it at home.
And just a few weeks also, Angel, she also did a kombucha. Ay, diba?
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Tita, I wanna... Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So,
I also want to ask, did you, so, of course, like with all the fermentation things that you love doing right now and everything that you're sharing, just a quick question, like a quick rewind. Do you also share the value of books to your daughter?
Yeah, so she started, I think, when she even like looking at the books even when she is 1. Parang toys niya na yung books. Yung parang, oh, this is my toys. And then she started reading, I think, 3. Yun. From there on, maraming books na sa bahay. Parang house of books kami dito sa bahay. Kasi kahit saan
kami... Talikod niyo, ang daming books.
Maganda ng background.
Konti lang yan.
Books pa more.
Konti lang yan sa 10,000 books.
So, Tita, I want to do a follow-up question. So, of course, like, you know, I know that you have a very good, wonderful relationship with your daughter. And you do things together. You both love books. You both love cooking and traveling. So, when did your YouTube channel start?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So, kasi even when I was so young, I always think na, pag may nabibili ako sa market, magagawa ko ba yun? So, yun yung iniisip ko. I'm always thinking na, if I'm a consumer, can I be a producer? Yung parang ganun. So, yung daughter ko, nasa age na siya na nababaliw na siya sa YouTube, di ba? So, ilang years din yun. Like, probably 2 years. Palagi na lang pag may free time, nasa YouTube. Yung ganun. Then I challenge him, hey, why don't you make your own YouTube channel? Pero pala, hindi ko naisip, mahirap pala yun. Mahirap pala. Hindi pala siya, ang dami palang logistics na kailangan. So, sabi ko, palagi kong parang lecture lang yun eh. Parang, hey, why don't you make your own YouTube channel? You have to be a producer, not a consumer. And then, later, nang na-realize ko na, nang nag-research ako, ang hirap pala, no? So, I think we have to start it together. So, later on, nung nagkapag-start na kami, sabi ko sa kanya, you see, now you're a producer. We're not just merely consumers. We're giving away to the world, not just consuming from the world. So yun yung start ng YouTube channel namin. Medyo choppy pa nung una kasi we don't have the right equipment. Pero later on, research, I learned a lot from subtle Asian influence, yung parang kung ano yung mga gadgets, kung ano yung mga kailangan, kung ano yung mga prompts. So, doon nagsimula yung YouTube channel namin.
I love the term, let's be producers and not just consumers. So, ano ang goal na i-produce ng channel? Like, ano yung parang, yung gusto nyong maibahagi?
I really like the train of questions that you're throwing me, really. Kasi parang nagko-connect sila. So yung eventually, yung goal ng YouTube namin is more of especially the content. The travel is more, pag pumupunta kami ng Pilipinas, we will be highlighting the Philippines, di ba? Parang binabandera mo yung Philippines. Even though you're in the United States, you bring your Philippine flag. Sa mga content naman na we are into fermenting right now, we are cooking, and also we will be introducing the soap making. So, eventually, pag madami na kaming content, pag umuwi kami or nag-connect kami doon sa going back to my hometown, madaling i-share yung content. For example, even just starting with my family. Pag cousin ko nag-ask, hey, Manang G, I want to sell kimchi. I want to learn. Okay. All right. Here's the video. Try it. And then ask me your questions. Kung anong gusto mo. And then start packaging it and sell it. Then that's the way to empower the community. Even starting with your family. So, in the long run, mas madali kang mag-empower ng community because you have the platform already. Parang they will believe in you, kumbaga. So somehow, probably in the next 3 years or 5 years or 10 years when I retire and I go back to my community, I'm nobody, maniniwala pa rin sila sa akin because, hey, yun yung Jeanette, di ba, na merong yung YouTube.
So, hindi ka nobody nun. Yun yung star ng YouTube channel, di ba? Na gumagawa ng kombucha.
Mas madaling mag-reach out sa community, kumbaga.
Yeah.
On the funny note or surprising note, Tita, I can't believe you're gonna be retiring in the next 5 to 10 years. You look so young.
Hindi naman. Kasi I was thinking, gusto ko mag-retire. Hindi 42 pa lang ako. So
kasi sabi mo 5 to 10 years, kinabahan ako bigla.
I was really thinking, sana makapag-retire na ako na at least 55 or at least below 60. Pero hindi ko alam. I need more resources. That's just what I'm thinking.
So just a quick question. Why do you want to retire early?
Kasi sabi ko, if you have more strength pa, mas magagawa mo yung gusto mo. Diba? So, while we're still working here, save. And then, pag may strength ka pa, 55 is still strong. I think 60 is still very strong. I can still do a lot of things in the community. I can still do travel. I can still inspire more kids. So, hindi ako magre-retire na parang wala na.
Yeah, na.
Hihiga na lang, matutulog na lang. Oo, yun.
I love the fact that Tita Jeanette's YouTube channel is called At the Intersection. So, Tita, where did that come from, the name At the Intersection?
Yeah, it came from, I think there's a book here. I like your question. So, Steve Jobs, I read Steve Jobs' books. At the end of the book, meron siyang binanggit na At the Intersection. Kasi iba yung name ng channel namin noon. I couldn't even remember kung ano yung name. Pero hindi siya nagko-connect sa amin. So when we reach 100 subscribers, eksakto, natapos ko yung Steve Jobs books. Tapos merong sa end noon. He said, I like the intersection. Yung intersection, it's more of a meaning of different things at one point. Sabi ko sa anak ko, ito yun. Ito yung kailangan natin. Ito yung pangalan na kailangan natin. Yun yung name namin. Pero hindi siya searchable ngayon kasi ang dami intersection. But I don't really care. It resonates with us. So, we'll stick with it.
Eventually, you will be searched. Diba? With how good you are, Tita, of a heart that you have, with a good of a content that you have, with a good purpose and a good future, definitely that's the main thing. You know your mission and you know your vision. And we're so happy that we're actually on board with you, and we're definitely cheering you on this, diba? Yeah. So tell us naman also, like, what are the episodes that we need to look forward to whenever we watch your channel, aside from food and travel? Is there anything else there that you're planning to like add on?
Yeah, I think we're really connecting. I feel it's so weird, Ally, because last night I'm taking notes and all your questions are, wow, Ally is asking all the things that I'm thinking last night. So yun, I was thinking, we are working on today on making makgeolli. Makgeolli is fermented rice wine. So it's currently fermenting and it's going to be done middle of the week. So we will be releasing it next week. But more on fermenting, and maculi has two parts. One is the wine part, and the other one is the beauty part. So I will share that one because I think there's a lot of people that's very interested in beauty. In parang magpapaganda, paganda ng skin, paganda na. So I said, okay. So I will release that in my channel. And the other one, since right now we only have cooking and adventures, we will add the arts part. So we will start with soap making. So I will teach the audience on what's the basic of soap making. From that basic, you can create your own variety, going back always that basic concept. So I will teach that in our YouTube channel, and probably more food, and I don't know yet what else, but travel, and hopefully travel to the Philippines and involving the community. Yun. So,
I'm excited to see all of the content because I think you know so much. I mean, you love books, so you read a lot, so you get a lot of information, and there's so much content that you can share to the world.
we're hoping we're producing good content. We're hoping.
And the one thing that I also love with Tita is that she does this a lot with her daughter. In fact, I also watched her Mount Pinatubo episode. And guess what? It was her daughter narrating in the background. So tell us, Tita, how important is it having a mother and daughter relationship?
It is very important kasi especially when you have a teenager, diba? Teenager wants to prove na kaya nila, yung parang ganon. Diba? We're in the age right now na kailangan i-manage na yung kid. Pero I'm so lucky with my daughter kasi na-build ko yung our relationship even when we were younger. So, hindi kailangan sa pilitan. Kumbaga, we have the same interest. So, pag pumunta kami ng bundok, hindi kailangan, sasabihin ko lang sa kanya, like 2 weeks before, here's the plan. Are you up with it? It's like 10 miles. Are you okay with it? So, kino-condition ko na yan lahat. So, very important yun kasi as we grow older, makikita niya yung support na binibigay sa kanya ng parent niya. Hindi siya pinapabayaan. Tapos, she's very open to me. She tells me almost everything right now. At least right now, right?
Parang mom goals yan, di ba? Na
diba?
Kung mom na pwedeng kausapin.
Question, Tita, does she know how to speak Tagalog? Or Bisaya?
Ilonggo. She's very fluent in Ilonggo. She can understand and can speak Tagalog. Pero yung Bisaya, kasabot siya. Marunong siya, ano ba yun? She can understand, pero yung speaking part, medyo choppy. Pero, yeah.
But do you use those at home? Kayo po ba, ano yung pinaka-ano nyo doon? Ilonggo rin po ba ang mas...
Ilonggo.
Kaya Ilonggo yung natutunan niya because it's...
Tapos siya yung nag voice over dun sa mga videos namin. Kasi mas fluent siya. Parang natural sa kanya ang English. Sa akin talaga struggle. Struggle talaga yun. Parang I have to do like so many takes bago ko magawa yung dapat kong gawin. Sa kanya, okay, eto. Ako yung nagsusulat, siya yung nag-voice over.
I have a question. So, ang Ilonggo ba niya may slang rin ng American? Like, alam mo yung pag nagtatagalog, yung parang, can you make tusak-tusak na fishball naman? May ganun rin ba yung parang sa Ilonggo?
Wala siyang ganun.
Talagang Ilonggo. So, talagang diretso ang Ilonggo niya. Talagang maiinit.
So, Tita, what can you advise the moms out there or the parents out there who basically would like to do things with their kids, you know, and because you have such a good relationship with your kid, and you know, we're in a pandemic time, so it's a great opportunity for them. So what can you advise them?
Encourage them. Ask them, parang discover what the interest of your kids first. And then I think one of the key things is listening to your kids. Kasi kailangan makuha mo yung trust ng mga bata, 'di ba? So at if pag na-build mo yung relationship na yon, and you will discover kung ano mga interest nila, then you play there. Like, for example, my child watch YouTube. So sabi ko, okay, let's do YouTube. So kung ano yung interest ng kid, sabayan natin. Kasi hindi naman sila makakasabay sa atin as adults eh. Tayo talaga yung dapat sumabay sa kanila. And eventually, yung mga interest natin, ma-adapt din nila. So it's more of a win-win situation for parents and daughter or
So,
kids.
ang pag-watch ng YouTube, natutunan nyo rin from her?
Oo.
So would you say na you're learning a lot from her also?
Actually, kasi ako parang straightforward ako eh. Design-wise, parang hindi masyadong creative doon. Sa kanya, yung mga transitions, yung mga tayo yung nagde-design, yung mga, pag tinignan niyo yung channel namin, yung mga covers na medyo maganda na, siya yung gumawa. Pero yung hindi pa medyo maganda, ako yun. so,
I love the fact that Tita also like sees the strengths of her daughter and how much they share that together.
Yeah.
So and I can see that you really listen to your daughter. Oh my God, that's a very good relationship.
Yeah.
I'm hoping na magiging lifetime yun. Sana.
Nag-alarm na tayo kanina, but I have like a few more quick questions kasi I mean it's so interesting. So I want to add a few more quick questions. But sa mga YouTube channels nyo, are you able to apply some of the engineering skills that you have? And maybe yung mga and second question after that will be, do you think YouTube will kill books? And parang masama ba for the books on YouTube, like vice versa or whatever? Since I know the book lover kayo, tapos you're doing YouTube, so parang gusto ko na makita ko ano yung opinion nyo in terms of correlation with that. So may two questions yun. Sorry, it's like kind of separate ones, but I want to squeeze that in kasi nga nag-alarm na.
Yeah. So the first one is siguro more on analytical skills ang na-apply ko sa channel ko. And then also the management part. Because I manage so many people, and making YouTube is also understanding your customer, your audience. So when you see what's the movement of your channel, so ma-analyze mo yun. So I think that's the analytical skills that has been applied, and project management skills that's been applied. And also YouTube, killing books. I think we're really into mga digital books na. But I think the content of books will stay. Nandyan pa rin, but in a digital form. Pero siguro I will be the last person to give up the physical books. Kasi ang sarap ng feeling ng physical books eh. So, siguro hanggang sa mamatay ako, physical books pa rin yung gusto ko.
I comics.
Yes.
I also have a question. So since like we're towards the the end of this, Tita, if there's an advice that you can give, can you give like an advice to your daughter as well as for the world out there? So what advice can you give for your daughter and for the world out there?
And the universe, sabi nga ni Anne.
Yeah. So for my daughter, advice ko is to always open up her heart to things. Kasi ngayon nakikita ko as a teenager, madaming ego eh. And I went through that too. So just open yourself up. There are a lot of circumstances that we do wrong. I mean, ang daming mangyayari sa buhay natin na magkakamali tayo. What's important is we're open to kung ano yung learnings na makukuha natin doon, and kung ano yung pwede nating i-improve sa sarili natin. Yun. I think that's the way to conquer life. Kasi after 21, I will be at the background na kasi. So that's why I'm telling my daughter, lower your ego down and, be open for learnings. Tapos for the world, we have options to be free. I mean, the world right now is so complicated for me kasi ano nga ako, parang organic nga ako eh. Gusto ko palaging simple lang yung buhay. So, we're not so slave with what is right now. Parang, if there are so many complicated things, so many complicated food, we can simplify it in our own homes. We can choose our health. We can choose our own food. We can choose to be healthy. We can choose to be producers, not just consumers. And we can reach out to our community to make our community better and make our community parang maging, they can stand on their own. Yun.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Ang dami-dami niyo na pong na-share. And thank you so much for sharing all of those. Meron pa bang topics na talagang gusto niyo ring ma-share pa sa kanila na hindi natin natanong or hindi lumabas?
I think we're good right now. I think I really love the conversation. And I really prayed for this one. I'm so nervous, really. Parang sabi ko, baka itetest ako. Hindi ko alam kung ano. Pero I love how your spirit connect with me. Kumbaga, parang lahat ng questions mo, yun yung sinabi ko last night. So, I think we're good.
Thank you so much. And nakakonect rin kami talaga.
Well, we're not yet done because Tita still has 3 little tips for us. So, Tita, can you please give us a quick tip on beauty care, self-care, and health care?
Okay. So, beauty care, look for natural things. There are so many sources of natural things that we could put in our skin, in our body. So in my soap, I put like juices and aloe vera. So look for those natural things na pwedeng ilagay sa katawan. Even though I'm still using skincare na pwedeng gamitin, pero if we have options for natural things, we look for it. Then skincare, yun pa rin. Yung siguro rest, Ali, you gave us like a tip on that one. Good rest, water, and walk. I still memorize that one. I fail really on rest, but I'm trying. Ano pa nga yung isa na question?
So beauty and then health and then self-care.
Self-care, yun. Parang prioritize ourselves no matter na parang magulo na yung mundo. Sometimes when I do my YouTube channel, masyadong ang dami-daming mga videos na kailangan tingnan, 'di ba, para we can learn. Sometimes I turn off. In one day, hindi ako nag-online. And then I just reflect. I go back to my little notebook here. And then I just write down, stay quiet. So, yes, di ba?
Ako paper. Tapos file ko na lang sila.
Yes. So, meditation, yun. Sometimes naliligo ako ng mas matagal pag talagang stressed ako, yung ganun. Natutulog ako ng mas matagal. I exercise extra. I pray. So that's part of all of self-care. Yun. If the world is tough, you know that you have to take care of yourself first. Yeah.
I'm so inspired and I'm so full of life. I'm gonna do fermentation. Can you please promote your channel at The Intersection on YouTube to our viewers and to the world and to the universe?
Yes, and anything else you want to promote?
So please subscribe to our channel at The Intersection. We have cooking and we have travels, and also soon we will be having more fermentation and also soap making and more art. And we will be highlighting the Filipino culture, and also this will eventually serve the community in the long run. So if you could help us in promoting our channel, and also our IG is the same at @the.intersection. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to voice out the things in my heart, really.
Thank you. And I'll be adding all of those description below. So I'll be asking that for you from you later. And actually, I know you told me that yung books, hindi na siya masyadong ano ngayon. Pero are there still other opportunities for other people to help if that's what they want to do in terms of helping your hometown or town in the Philippines?
I need to talk to people that can help us, because right now my mom is not that well to navigate. But I think there should be a way if it starts moving again.
So if anybody's interested, just reach out to you on Instagram, direct message.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Tita Jeanette. Thank you po. Tita
Ginahuguma kita.
Ginahiguma kita. Thank you so much, Ally and Angel. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here.
Thank you.
And if I could just give a quick shout out, I also want to thank Kuya Rich Benares. Actually, Kuya Rich Benares, who is the moderator for Filipino video creators, was actually the person who connected me to Tita Jeanette Bendijo of At the Intersection. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And I feel so nahihiya ako kasi when Kuya Rich introduced me to her, Kuya Rich Benares said, I want to introduce someone who reminds me so much of you, who's a very happy person and who has a very happy channel. And then, of course, hearing your story, nakakahiya kasi tita, you're so up there. So I just wanted to know, I respect you so much and I look up to you. And that's the reason why we're highlighting you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ally, anything to promote?
Well, everyone, please please support me on my channel, my other YouTube channel, which is AllyCat Castle, where I actually promote self-development, and I also do makeup tutorials, and I also do singing with gratitude, and also some travel. And just like Tita Jeanette, it also has a touch of the Filipino, and it's also very funny as well. So please support Tita Jeanette Bendijo at the Intersection, and please support me, AllyCat Castle, and of course, our show, Sisters Like Angel and Ally.
Yeah, so for Sisters...
community.
Yes, for Sisters Like Angel and Ally. So this show is available every Sunday evenings at 6 p.m. in Los Angeles time, 9 p.m. in Washington, D.C., New York City time, and 9 a.m. in the Philippines on Sundays. That's every week. And now we have a special show also, which is live streaming every Saturday. And it's the exact same time, 6 p.m. Los Angeles, Sacramento time, 9 p.m. New York City, Washington, D.C. time, and 9 a.m. in the Philippines, of course, the next day, Sunday morning. So I hope you keep tuning in. We have a lot of new things in store for you. So these two shows for now, and I'm sure there might be more, So thank you very much for supporting this show. Thank you very much, Ate Jeanette, for being here with us and for being our guest. Thank you very much, Ally, for introducing me to Ate Jeanette. I love the conversation. I love all the stories. I love what you have inside and out. And thank you very much, everybody, for watching Sisters Like Angel and Ally.
We love you,
We love you all!
Mahal ko kayo. Thank